How
Sounds
does
good.
TrendSpider will help me as a trader to succeed? Hey guys, it's Michael from Tradepool, and today I want to share with you an amazing platform and new partners of ours. As you may know, we are always looking to improve our traders, give them more tools, more education and materials so they can start trading on our capital and hopefully become profitable. So as I mentioned, today we have a special guest with me, an amazing platform that will definitely elevate your trading, TrendSpider. Hey, Jack, how's it going?
Hey, good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Likewise. And I'm excited, super excited from this collaboration, this partnership. When I went through, I actually found you guys on your YouTube channels. So guys at home, they're watching it. In case you missed that channel, go to TrendSpider channel YouTube. It's amazing, and you will get a lot of content from it. And yeah, Jack. So let's dive right to the juice. Right? How
Sounds
does
good.
TrendSpider will help me as a trader to succeed at the end of the day?
Yeah. So TrendSpider is really an all-in-one market analysis platform. So, it has pretty much every part of the spectrum of technical analysis. It has other parts of the process in trading, such as back testing, scanning, all of these things that really create a strategy that you can put in place. So, there's different facets of analysis in the market. And then, I'd say that one of the core parts is, especially as a professional trader or prop trader, you need to have a strategy that you can consistently go to and not even put emotion into it. And so, a big part of how TrendSpider can help people, either new or, more experienced traders who want to optimize their strategy. Our back tester is a great way to, find a strategy, tweak the conditions, and really find out, does your strategy beat buy and hold? Or, if you're using leverage or you're on futures, you can still get an idea of, okay, I'm still not beating buy and hold over the last year, looking at the 30-minute candle, but maybe, if I put a little leverage on, or, whatever the case is, or, still manage risk, but see, okay, well, maybe this strategy would work if I change one part about it. So, it's a visual tool. You can see all of this statistical data within the platform. And then, from on other parts, if you're more of a visual trader and you still maybe have a strategy that you can, create without having to program anything in on TrendSpider, but maybe you still want to have targets like a gap above or a gap below. We have automation tools as well that allow you to see gaps on any part of the chart without having to search for them. So, if you're using gaps as a price target, just quickly turning on the automated gap detection will show you these areas of interest without you having to do the manual process. So really making, more knowledgeable decisions, but also making you more efficient analyst and trader in the market, and finding something that really works for you.
Yeah, I love the gap indicator because, as traders, as day traders, we're always looking for those gaps. That could be easily good support or resistance level. And, you just need to go through all the charts and go to the 1H or the 4A chart and basically look for those things. And with your indicator is pretty simple. So
Yep.
I love that. And you know what? Let's talk about guys at home probably looking for the top three tools in TrendSpider that can actually elevate your trading. So if you just go to the list and say those top three, what do you think there will be?
Yeah, I would definitely say first the back tester. If you're going to do this full time and your income depends on it, you want to have a strategy that you can back test and see what exactly are the are the statistics of this? What's my win rate? What's my loss rate? What's my, what do I need to apply risk reward to if I have a 60% win rate, or maybe my strategy is only 30% win rate? The back tester keeps you honest and allows you to, optimize and improve the strategy that you already have. You may have a strategy that works really well for 6 months, and then you may have to go back to the drawing board and re-optimize the strategy and back test it. And that's something that's really helpful for traders newer or traders who have been in the game a long time that they may want to make a few tweaks. And one of the main things, and I mentioned this earlier, is you don't need to know how to code. You can create complex conditions using essentially Boolean conditional formatting. So you don't need to know how to code in order to backtest these conditions or create, a relatively complex set of rules that you want to create a strategy around. So, that is something that's really great. The scanner is also nice because once you do, create a strategy that you backtest, and, maybe you want to apply that strategy to a broader name of stocks. You could do that as well. So generally when you backtest, you're backtesting against one asset, or, at least in TrendSpider right now, you can only backtest against, one thing. But if you want to throw that strategy into the scanner, you save that template, put it in the scanner, and then you could scan the S&P 500 for any stocks that meet that criteria, and then you can backtest those stocks. So it's really just a cycle of optimizing your strategy and then using it to scan the market and find stocks that may be better for a strategy than another one. Maybe you find a stock that has a really good strategy, but then you find another stock that has a higher return with that same strategy that you may want to trade instead. So being able to scan, backtest, it's just this vicious cycle. And then the alerts are another one. You can create alerts on the upper part of the chart. You can create alerts on gaps, especially if you're wanting to be alerted right when that happens and you're scalping or day trading very quickly on low time frames. This definitely is helpful, the alert system, not only because you can create alerts on these gaps, but you can create zones. So alert zones. Instead of saying alert me, right when this gap starts to fill, you could say alert me when this gap is 5 cents or 10 cents away from filling or starting to fill. So that really allows you to, maybe be looking at another part of the market, but as soon as those alerts are put on the chart, or you create a set of alerts that have conditions around a candlestick pattern, something like that, you'll get that alert when it happens. You don't need to be watching 10 different screens at once. The system's watching that for you. And then once those conditions are met, that's when you get the alert and okay, time to maybe focus on that chart a little more. So those are the three that I would say are the most important, but there's so many different facets to the platform. I'd say the automation layer is really a big part too. The gap detection is something I use all the time.
You also have the pattern recognition, right? So you can find reversal candles pretty easily these days.
Yeah, the candlestick pattern recognition is for multiple parts of the platform. So you can look at it visually. If you just want to see it on the chart will or the system will pick up on, let's say you want to look at hammer candles on the chart. If you want to just get a visual idea of that. Or you can throw it in the scanner if you want to scan for a monthly hammer or a 5-minute hammer while it's still forming. You can do that on the scanner. And then on the alerts, you can create alerts around candlestick patterns. So yeah, the pattern recognition, not only on the candlestick side, but we have pattern recognition with different triangle setups, double tops, double bottoms. So there's a lot of different ways you can use the pattern recognition within the platform.
That sounds amazing. And I tested it and play with the platform. It works incredible, really. You did a great job. And talking about great job, you actually guys developed an incredible chart, a way to look at the market, right? A way to understand price. And you call it the RainDrop. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the RainDrop was kind of created by our CTO, and essentially the RainDrop is a volume profile candle. So, if you're looking at the daily candle, and you want to see where did volume kind of occur within the range. Generally, you need to go down to a lower time frame, maybe the 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, to see where that candle came in at different price points, or use the volume profile tool, on a lower time frame. However, the RainDrop essentially shows you all of that information within the candle. So it's similar to a bar or a candle, with as far as the high and low, that's the same. The difference is the open and close. There is no open and close for the RainDrop. It's a volume weighted average price. So for the left-hand side, which is the first part of the day or first part of the candle time frame you're looking at, then the right-hand sidebar is the VWAP for the second half of the day. So pretty much just looking at the VWAP for the first and the second half of the day or the month or the 10-minute candle, and essentially that volume profile is painted on it. So you can see, what the volume profile of that was. It can be really beneficial looking for breakouts. So if you have a breakout and you have a RainDrop that doesn't have a lot of volume above a horizontal level or a VWAP or a moving average, it may show a lack of conviction by buyers, if there's not a lot of volume on a breakout. And then on the other side, if it breaks down and you see a lot of volume below the breakdown area, that there was a lot of shares that essentially were able to kind of get unloaded in the market, and you can see where that volume is absorbed in the market. So it's not buying volume or selling volume. It's just overall, where is conviction, by both sides of the market, and where did those equilibrium kind of prices and volume bars happen? So it's really ideally used for breakouts, breakdowns, looking at a wick. So example, if you have a wick on a candle and then you turn on the RainDrop and there's a ton of volume in the wick, that can even tell you, okay, well, maybe there was just a really aggressive buyer that came in and absorbed all the supply, near the top of the range. And then the price dropped maybe because they were done buying for the day, and the price was able to drop simply because there wasn't, heavy demand, not necessarily a bunch of sellers came in. So it just gives you a much different perspective on how the market looks and is visualized.
Yeah, that's amazing tool that you developed. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
So yeah, maybe just before we will finish this interview, what will be, you have a lot of features in the program, in the platform, and what will be the easiest way a new guy can come in and learn it, quickly?
So I definitely say the YouTube channel. I do a weekend update about every 2 weeks, and I'm using the platform, to look at levels, to look at just overall analysis. So, if you want a way to see, how other people are using it, the weekend videos are something I put out. We also have a ton of live streams that we've done that have been recorded and put on our video lists with other guests and affiliates that we work with. And, they use the platform differently than I do, because there's different strategies and different ways to look at the market. So it really gives you a variety of ways that people use the platform on the YouTube channel. And then we have TrendSpider University. That's just on trendspider.com under resources. And that's pretty much a video series that goes through each layer of the platform. And those videos are about 15 to 25 minutes long. And there's about 10 of them.
Nice. So yeah, guys, go ahead and check it out. And if you didn't see it on the website, as soon as you sign in to Tradepool, one of the programs, you will basically get 30 days free to check out and test and trade with TrendSpider. It will definitely going to help your trading. So just go ahead and check it out. And thanks so much, Jack. Yeah.
Thank you.